your swords ready?
Yeah.
Swords and daggers, good, go. All right, we're hyping each other up. Mentius, go!
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenges burn in them, for their dear causes would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood, shall we meet them? That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donalbain be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file. Of all the gentry, this is Seward's son, and many unrow youths that even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant? Great Dunstane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury, but for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there? Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed, meet with the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs. To do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds, make our march towards Burnham.
They exit marching! Take a giant step forward! Where are you going to meet?
Burnham!
Yeah, Burnham Wood. As soon as you said, where are we going to meet? And we were like, oh, we're going to meet in Burnham Wood. The people up here, they were shaking in their boots because they were like, oh man, Burnham Wood, that's part of the prophecy. I'm nervous. And then somebody actually said, great Dunsinane, he strongly fortifies. Dunsinane, Burnham Woods. Dunsinane, Burnham Woods. I'm sitting in the audience. I'm really nervous. All right? Jackson said something that's important for us. It says, now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief. He's no king. He's just a sham. Feel free to fight amongst yourselves there, because some of you will never battle anybody. There you go. Perfect. Good. Aiden has probably never done fencing with anybody carrying a cleaver before, but that would be an interesting battle. All right. We cut to the castle. Take a giant step forward. All right. Macbeth!
Bring me no more reports, let them fly all, till Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman?
Oh my gosh, Macbeth, you're so pathetic. There you are. You're like, I don't have to worry. What about the forest? What about Malcolm? He was born of a woman. You are clinging to prophecies from apparitions. It's sad.
The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly false names and mingle with the English epicures. That the mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear.
Here comes the servant. He's just trying to do his job.
The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where goest thou, that goose look?
There's 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Just trying
Go
to
prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine, our counselors to fear. What soldiers weigh face?
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face and
servant exits. The servant just had to show up and say, sir, there are 10,000. And he's like, 10,000 what? Geese? And he's like, no, soldiers. There are 10,000 soldiers. Macbeth doesn't want to hear it. Go. Satan, I am sick at heart.
take thy head. Satan, I am sick at heart. When I behold Satan, I say, this push will cheer me ever or deceive me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen to the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age. As honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must now look to have, but in their steed, curses, not loud but deep, mouth, honor, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not.
Satan! Here's Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses. Skirt the country road. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she has trouble with thick coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to mine disease? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuck bosom of the perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, I'll none of it. Come, put mine armor on, give me my staff.
They start putting his armor on. Satan was like, it's really not time yet. And he's like, no, I'm gonna put it on. I want it on.
Satan, send out. Doctors, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health. I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say. What rhubarb, senna, or purgative drug would scour these English hens? Hearest thou of them?
Hey, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death in vain, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Oh, you're so pathetic.
Where I, from Dunsinane, away and clear, prophet again, should hardly draw me here.
He's in his empty castle, he's putting on armor, and he's like, I don't have to worry as long as the forest doesn't move. Ah, he's pathetic.
Are near at hand that chambers will be safe.
Oh, we doubted nothing.
What is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bow and bear it before him.
Hold on, stop for a second. Hew yourself a bough. Cut down a bough from the trees. Grab the boughs of the trees. Yeah. Grab a bough of the trees. Grab a bough of the trees. Here you go. Share with a friend if you need to. Good. Oh, look. Now we'll be nice. See, you got another one there. You can share with a friend. Look it. Can you even hold them up in front of you? Bear it in front of you. It's like we can't even see them now, right? Okay. Malcolm, is it Malcolm? Malcolm, say that whole part again.
Let every soldier hew him down a bow and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery ere in report of us.
Soldier! Sorry. It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsin. We will endure our setting down before him.
'Tis his main hope. For where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt, and none serve with him but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too.
Attempted to prevent, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches, that will with due decision make us know what we shall say, we have, and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate, but certain itching strokes must operate, towards which advance the war.
And they exit marching. Hold your bow and take a giant step forward.
Ah,
Now, why are you? Do we know why you're holding those bows?
because we're hiding.
Yeah. So that's actually war buffs, right? This is something that troops actually did. All right. They would cut down trees and boughs and put in front of them. And it's not that people it would make them invisible, okay? But it's hard to tell numbers, right? It's hard to estimate how many people are coming against you. So that's an actual trick. Are you, as an audience member, are you nervous that people are about to be moving forward with trees? That sounds a lot like the prophecy. Ah!
Eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them there full, beard to beard, and beat them back home.
There's a cry of women, ladies.
Ah!
Ah!
What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
He exits.
I have almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell hair would at a dismal treaty's rouse and stir as life warranted. I have supped full with horrors, direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me.
Satan comes back.
Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
Lady, what?
Oh my boo.
She's dead. All right. Now, this moment coming up, we're actually going to talk about this moment tomorrow. This is maybe like the second or third most famous soliloquy in all of Shakespeare. Probably behind like To Be or Not to Be, and maybe like But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? This is like number 3. So he has a moment. He's just gotten the news that his wife, his dearest Chuck, is dead. Go.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty place from day to day. The last syllable of record time, and all our yesterdays have lighted pools, the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Messenger.
Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
I should, gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon I saw the wind against me.
Ah!
Liar and slave.
Let me enjoy your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 miles, see it coming, I say it is so.
If thou speakest false upon the next
A lot of literal balancing there. Good job.
If thou speakest false upon the next tree, shalt thou hang alive till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sued, I care not if thou doubtst for me as much. I put in resolution and began to doubt the equivocation of the fiend. That lies the truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane. And now a wood come to Dunsinane. Arm now. If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tarrying here. I gin to be aweary of the sun, and wish thee stay, O the world, were now undone. Ring the alarm bell. Blow wind, come wrath. At least we'll die with harness on our back.
So he's like, all right, well, the forest is moving toward me, but I'm going to go fight anyway. Ah! We come to the battlefield. Oh, let's see. Malcolm, rally the troops.
Now near enough. Your leafy screens throw down and show like those you are.
Throw down your leafy screens. There we go.
You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon what else remains to do according to our order.
Fare you well, do we but find the tyrant's power tonight, let us be proved if we cannot fight. Make all our trumpets speak, give them all breath, those clamors, harbings of blood and death.
They exit. Take a giant step forward. Ah, we go back to the castle.
I cannot fly, but bear like I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of a woman? Such a one am I to fear or not.
Oh my gosh, you are so pathetic. So he's like, all right, the forest is moving, but come on, everybody's still born of a woman. I've still got that to cling to. Now, here comes young Seward to challenge Macbeth.
What is thy name?
I'm so glad you
Why are you afraid to hear it?
Though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in heaven.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself cannot pronounce the title more hateful to my name.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, outward tyrant, with my sword I'll prove the lie thou.
They fight. Okay, and Seward made the mistake of showing up to a sword fight with a cleaver and is slain. And I just kind of picture Macbeth like kind of standing on him here when he says this. Yeah, just pretend.
Thou was born of woman, but swords I smile, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by a man that's of woman born.
Now here's where we're gonna pause for just 1 second. We're gonna go into like a dream sequence where all of a sudden Seward, young Seward's father, comes forward and fights with Macbeth. Why? Because we went to So let's hit it. All right, dream sequence. Here we go. Dream sequence.
He's doing this so easy. It's like light work. He's bored.
He is so not impressed with your skills right now. Okay.
Take that.
And we're gonna pretend they both just run away. Ah! Okay. Unpause the dream sequence. Enter. We go to. All right. So Macbeth runs away. Macduff, show up.
That way the noise is. Tyrant, show thy face. If thou be slain, and no stroke of mine, my wife and children ghosts will haunt me. Still, I cannot strike at their rapid turns whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with unbattered edge.
I see it again indeed. There thou shouldest be, by this great platter, one of the greatest notes seems rooted. Let me find him, fortune, and I beg not.
He exits. There's alarums. If you're holding a sword right now, I would fight with somebody out there. Feel free to just scream out things. Malcolm and Seward. You don't know about your son yet, Seward. Sorry. Go.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rendered the kind people on both sides of the fight. The noble family, you bravely in the war, but they almost themselves as is yours, and what to do.
We have met with foes that strikes besides us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
They exit. More alarm. Feel free to fight. Enter Macbeth.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see limbs, the gashes do better upon them.
All right, take a step forward here.
Go on.
Enter Macduff.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
My voice is in my sword. Thou blooded your villain, then terms can give thee out.
They fight. There's a Laura outside. More people fighting. Keep going.
Aye!
They fight more at the same time.
Thou slewest the slaver, as easy mayest thou know the entrenched air, with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crest, I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Oh my gosh. He's fighting and he's like, hey listen, I'm just sorry to tell you, I can't be beaten by anybody woman born, so this is really all just pointless on your part. What is Macduff going to say to that?
And let the angel...
No, despair thy charm.
Oh. Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou hast served tell thee Macbeth was from mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Oh my gosh, what did we just learn?
Is this C-section?
Yes, Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped. He was not technically a woman born. He was ripped untimely from the womb. Loophole! The witches love those loopholes. Macbeth, what are you going to say to that?
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believe, the pelter with us in a double sense, that keep the world a promise to our ear, and break it to our hope, I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to show the gaze of time. We have thee as a razor monsters are, painted upon a pole and underwrit. Here you may see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble curse. Though Burnham would become to Duncanane, and thou be opposed, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and be damned be him that first cries, hold, enough.
They exit fighting. There's General Alarum. They exit fighting. They fight a little bit more. Enter fighting. Fight, fight, fight. And Macbeth is slain.
Want to go for my neck because you take my head? Nice.
Macduff exits, carrying off
I'll just go over
Macbeth's
here now,
body.
it's hot.
Puts it up over his shoulder. Malcolm enters with the soldiers, Seward, Ross, Baines, all kinds of people.
Hurting my ears.
Malcolm, go!
I would the friends we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is chiefly bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man. The which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then he is dead?
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fairer death, and so his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and through the sport, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Enter Macduff with Macbeth's head.
Hail, King! For thou art Behold where stands the superior cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compass with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in minds, whose voices I desire loud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
And we all say,
Hail,
Oh, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen.
you're restoring honor and dignity and peace here.
Henceforth be earls, that the first ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with time, as calling home with our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by self and violent hands took off her life. This and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
Order is restored to Scotland. The rightful heir is on the throne. The dead butcher and his fiend-like queen gone. All is well.